So some guy left a comment talking about leave the drugs alone. I don't know where you guys come from or what city you live in or like what world you even live in, but I'm a realist and that's why people hate me. And everything in this fucking world you even live in, but I'm a realist and that's why people hate me. And everything in this every business in this fucking country is either ran by gold, oil, or drugs. If you ain't got one of them, you ain't got no money. You can laugh at me all day.
Yo, that's real, yo. That is so real right there, man. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna repeat it one more time. He said gold, drugs, and oil. That's the currency that keeps this world running, especially America.
I left a comment talking about leave the drugs alone. I don't know where you guys come from or what city you live in or like what world you even live in, but I'm a realist and that's why people hate me. And everything in this every business in this fucking country is either ran by gold, oil, or drugs. If you ain't got one of them, you ain't got no money. You can laugh at me all day, make comments about this and that, about how I'm not this and I'm not that and I'm not a real investor, and you see that I didn't put my name into the playoffs several times. I've been involved in annuities with my name, but you still try to come up here with videos about how I'm a junkie and this and that, and that's fine, but I'm telling you what I'm worth, and you don't have to believe it. Why would I want to convince you? Anyway, I'm just out here essentially to work with individuals that really have a lot of money and if cleaned up, could turn into a profit for myself, and that's why I do what I do. But yeah, everything in this country, man, I'm just gonna be like honest with you, is supported by that. If you do your research, I mean, every business that was started, and a lot of people that are melanated and things of that nature never had any opportunities to get their hands on gold and things of that nature. They didn't have that opportunity to get their hands on oil, so they ended up going for drugs. That's essentially what happened. Why? Because most of the indigenous people, their tribes were backed by, the money was backed by what you would call drugs, poppy seeds and plants and things of that nature, stuff that grows out of the ground, essentially that backed their economy. And it's not legal here. We already know that it's banned here. Herbs are banned here. It's not just drugs. You got these herbalists talking crazy, so I'm on drugs and this and that. There's certain herbs I can make for you that have nothing to do with drugs, that these herbs are banned, and it can do amazing things for you. I've done videos talking about this. Herbs for growth stimulation for grown men that they say supposedly can't grow anymore after the age of 20. You stop growing. That's not true. There are herbs and stuff like that to help people with growth, and I've promoted this stuff, and people have got it, and I've told them about it, and have like basically marketed this stuff, and people have took the ideas and actually did something with it. So I know it's true. So I don't really get offended when you say that. Like I always tell people, sugar is a drug, coffee is a drug. There's certain foods that are drugs. When you look at the Food and Drug Administration, why is it called that? Because food and drugs go hand in hand. Food is a drug. I've studied this stuff, so you can't like make me feel bad about certain stuff or whatever. Like,
how about that? When you look at the, it's always on the back, Food and Drug Administration. Why do they do that? Why do they put that together like that? Food and Drug Administration. And then you notice too, like, I'm not going to grab nothing, but I got herbs and stuff here, right? And on a bottle, it always say, this information has not been evaluated by the FDA. So why do they always say that? Why do they always put that on the healthy herbal supplements? Because they have to do it because they don't approve of holistic living. They only approve of you getting down with the Walgreens and the CVS's, you know what I mean? Because they want you hooked on Food and Drug Administration, not holistic living. They don't want no well folk here. They want bots and NPCs so that way I can control you. I'm going to put a sleeper in the White House, you know what I'm saying? So that way that sleeper can put y'all to sleep. Okay? Food is a drug. You damn right it is. Especially the Monsanto crap that they're giving us. That is definitely drugs. 100%. Why do you think everybody in America all cracked out in their minds? When people are depressed, where do they tend to go? Some go to food, some don't. Some people, when they're depressed, they don't eat. They starve, they lose weight. Everybody got a different effect. But the point is, what I'm saying is, food is definitely drug, and it's definitely. Don't you know bread? Don't you know bread in America? You can look this up. Bread in America has chemicals in it, and I eat bread all the time. I try my best to cut back on it, but I do love bread. But bread here in America, it has a chemical that's in yoga mats. That's right, yoga mats, the rubber joints that you lay down and do your exercise on. That chemical that's in the yoga mats is in your bread. You can look it up. You ain't got to believe me. Look it up for yourself. Go Google it right now. Go on YouTube, whatever. The information is there. It's at your fingertips. You got a smartphone. Stop being dumb. Can I get a no there?
Eating appearance and all of this other stuff and that people talk about, because the bottom line is that until this country is put in a certain way, this is a slave country. Just like Alex Jones says, this is a prison planet. It really is true. This is especially this country though. This is a prison country. And if you don't know how to really essentially figure out a way to get out of it or maneuver around it, you're a slave.
Especially this country, like he said. Shout out to my brother Rob, man. He got a lot of videos, man. You know, a lot of these videos I have not seen before. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely a heavy targeted individual, you know. And they sabotaged his whole life. You know what I mean? Made him homeless and everything. Homeless, sick, frail. And that's why I believe he's dead now. Because I haven't heard from him.
True. Especially this country, though. This is a prison country. And if you don't know how to really essentially figure out a way to get out of it or maneuver around it, you're a slave. And the things that you're saying are just basically things that the slave said to the slave master. This and that. So keep studying. They're trying to offend you. I think what you're saying is being said out of ignorance, so you don't really know how the system works. And you look at these people in these videos and they're cleaned up and they're commercial. It's commerce. And this is a real channel. This is raw footage. Remember that. Stay vigilant.